Online platforms are increasingly becoming popular sources for information on medical matters. But how trustworthy is the information we're presented with? A new study has looked specifically at claims around ADHD on TikTok and found most contained misleading claims. The study's lead author and PhD student at the University of British Columbia, Vasilia Karasava, joins us now from Vancouver. Good morning, Vasilia. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Tell us about this. It sounds like the videos are full of advice, but very misleading.
Exactly. So we looked at the 100 most popular ADHD-related videos on TikTok, and we found that they were massively popular, amassing millions of views. But they didn't really follow the diagnostic criteria for ADHD. More so than that, adults who had a high diet of consuming this content felt worse about their own ADHD symptoms and also expected ADHD to be widely more prevalent than it actually is in the general population.
Right, and that's because you can almost match your symptoms to the video you're watching, can't you? Was that one of the big dangers of it?
Yes, a huge chunk of those videos that we saw presented things that most people with and without ADHD experience on their everyday as symptoms of ADHD, like having a song stuck in your head or bumping into things or having a sweet tooth.
What, you said it made people feel worse. What was the feedback on that?
So we asked people how they felt about their own ADHD symptoms, and they reported that they assumed that they were worse than people who watched fewer of these videos. It wasn't interviews, it was a survey that they completed.
Right. I guess we're in a world now where globally ADHD and other neurodiverse matters are very prevalent. We talk a lot more about them. There's increased awareness. It's led to, increased wait times for doctors and things like that. Is there a world where these TikTok videos are offering good advice?
I think that they can be very helpful for many people in a sense that you're right, getting access to the healthcare system can be very difficult. And also we can't forget that for many years, ADHD was viewed as something that only hyperactive white boys would experience. So many people like women or people of color just assumed that they could never have ADHD and they didn't think about their own experiences. So TikTok, in a way, has democratized this information and has let people think about what they are struggling with. I think the next step, though, is to seek help from a psychiatrist or a doctor or a therapist instead of self-diagnosing.
Yes, because one of the other things you found was that, can you tell me the statistics about the number of people that were actually licensed or were medical professionals doing these videos?
It was extremely small percentage. I think we only found like a handful of them. And more so than that, there were a lot of people who said they had certain credentials, like being an ADHD coach or a confidence coach or a life coach, but didn't really describe how they got their training or what their credentials really were, and if that was a title they gave themselves.
Yeah. So were you surprised by the popularity of these videos?
Not really. Like you said, we know that the healthcare system isn't great right now for people who want to access help. And what I think our study tapped into is people struggling. People recognizing that in their day-to-day lives, they need more support. But the only place they can get the support right now is social media because it's cheaper and it's easier to get access to it.
Yeah. So the main advice would be, though, to go to a health professional if you did think you had these symptoms, isn't it?
Exactly. Is go and double check it. And remember that even if a healthcare professional tells you that you don't meet the diagnostic criteria, doesn't mean that you were wrong about needing more support and help. Because mental health is a spectrum. And it's not like the moment you hit all the boxes, you will benefit from treatment. People all across the spectrum could get more help.
Vasilia Karasava, it's a very interesting topic. Thank you very much. I have a great day in Vancouver. Thanks for being with us. Ngā mihi.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Yeah. I'm listening to that and I'm thinking I think it's good if people are watching or something like that and going, oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's me, and then
Yes.
going to see a health professional,
Yeah, and-
not self-diagnosing.
But I think there's that thing, there's been them all through our lifetime of quizzes like, are you this personality?
Yeah,
or are you
yeah.
this personality? And you go in and you tick all the boxes and think, oh, wow. And now you can do it for health matters. Am
Yeah.
I this? Am I that?
Yeah.
It can be a scary old place.
Yeah, indeed it can. And
Yeah.
as you're saying, then trying to access healthcare.
Yes.
I mean, you
But
know,
the
with
wait times,
ADHD,
the wait
medications,
times are
etc.
enormous, and it can be really hard out there. And if you think you've got something, or think that by identifying or self-diagnosing yourself, that could change a lot of things for you, isn't it? It's part of it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But just go and see somebody to
Yeah,
confirm
go and
that.
see somebody.
Hey, just quickly,